Hello, welcome back to the video. Today I'll be reviewing a Solar A1.6 FB. Here it is. You could basically extend this review to all Solar 1.6s, especially the A's. This one is alder with maple veneer, so keep that in mind. This is not sponsored. I bought this on my own, so if you find this useful, please be sure to subscribe, all that stuff, like yada yada yada. If you don't have time to watch the full video, basically this is a pretty useful tool. It's pretty good. You can tell it's built to a price point. Sound is pretty good, pretty useful, fits in a mix, and the Evertune is good, but it is not magic. Now basically I'm going to be talking about the look and feel, all that stuff. Going to hear how it sounds in a mix. This is in a metal context, so we're not going to be going deep into the cleans and stuff like that. This is just a quick review to show you how it is. Now let's hear how it sounds. Well, there you have it. Now let's talk about playing feel. So this is how it balances on a strap, like this. You can see the neck goes down like a little bit from that 45 degrees. It's probably because the strap buttons right here and not on the edge right here. So the body feel while playing, it is like a flatter kind of body. There's the contours aren't too much. Like you can see there's not really too much of a belly cut. So it's more of like a, you know how like tellies are like a flat slap. Your forearm doesn't really get any assistance from the curve. The Evertune is like a lower profile, like the Floyd or like the Headshot or something like that. So it is like more close to the body. In terms of setup, it's pretty easy. It's just with this this Evertune key. If it'll focus, it won't focus. But it's this little key right here. It's pretty easy. Basically, there's there's an Allen keyhole for everything, for tuning, for intonation, string height, etc. So you've got one tool to do it all, so that's nice. You don't have to play the balancing game like with the Floyd. That does mean if you do have to tune mid-set, you gotta fumble around in your pocket for the Allen key, so that's something to keep in mind. In terms of getting the action low, you can get the action pretty low on this. You do start to get fret buzz though, so keep that in mind. It's like you can get like Ibanez low or like flat neck low, but it's gonna take a bit of challenge. You kind of need to understand the subtleties of setting up necks a little bit. So I can do it kind of, but I'm not like a guitar tech. I'm not like a pro. Okay, and now let's talk about the neck feel a little bit. The neck feels like an LTD neck, but a bit wider. So like Fender or like Ibanez wide. So if you like a combination of those two things, that's pretty good. It's pretty good for riffing. If you're used to like super flat necks, this might feel a bit thick, but if you're used to like the standard guitar neck, this will feel just fine. In terms of neck heel, this is one of the set-in ones. You can really get your hand right up there, but I don't know if you could see it. The taper is pretty gradual for the set-in neck. So what that means is if your thumb is around here, like at the 17th fret and up, it does feel significantly thicker. So if you're used to like a bolt-on, where it's like thin until the neck heel, it's not like that. And then if you're used to more of the set necks where it's like thin and then all of a sudden like then it meets the body, it's not like that either. It just like kind of gradually becomes the thickness of the body. Good or bad, I guess that's subjective. And then finally, in terms of the neck, the cutaways. On the A series, it has these deep, amazing cutaways, so you can reach well past the 24th fret. It's pretty nice. So you're not going to be hindered there. Although because of the quality, because it's like built to a price point, the sustain isn't as good as like a super expensive guitar. I mean, go figure, like a $4,000 guitar would sustain better than like a $1,200 guitar. Like amazing. But no, it's pretty good. This one sustains pretty good. I used to have an Ash one that didn't sustain quite as good. That had other issues too. But this one hasn't had any issues. The fretboard hasn't cracked or anything. Although I'm pretty paranoid, I do oil the fretboard almost every string change. Alright, yeah, let's keep talking about the materials, the quality of the materials. So this is alder body, maple neck, all that good stuff. It does feel lighter, like a more budget guitar would feel. Not necessarily a bad thing, like it's not going to weigh you down, so that's good. You can definitely play this for longer sets or for long practices. Thankfully it's not too light, so like it's not really neck heavy or anything like that. Finally, in terms of quality, the output jack is fine, but I feel like if I abused it a lot it would come loose. There's like just the beginnings of a slight wiggle to that, so I guess we'll see down the line if that's a problem, but it hasn't been a problem yet. Alright, let's talk about the Evertune a little bit. It's really useful for recording because it basically stays in tune per session. Like if you're recording all day, it's essentially going to stay in tune. It does drift out of tune. I'm not paid, by the way, or sponsored by anyone, so I can say this. It doesn't perfectly stay in tune. It's a complex mechanical system, and with such it's not going to be perfect, basically. So it does drift out of tune over time. You got to check it out. You do have to tune it, but it's not like tuning per se. Like I like to keep it in the bend zone, where you basically have it almost bottoming out. So if you want to keep it there, you have to keep adjusting the tuning pegs to keep it as such. So if you're doing a lot of bend playing, you just got to keep that in mind. And because of that, because you're keeping so much tension on the string to keep it in that zone, I find the strings are under heavier tension than they would be with like a Floyd. So if you like using lighter strings, or your hands are tired from maybe your day job or stuff, keep that in mind too. This is going to be harder on your hands if you keep it in the bend zone. And when you're changing strings, the saddles can get stuck. This one's been pretty good, and surprisingly the 7-string Evertune units have been pretty good, but some Evertunes I've had in like the 6-string, they do get stuck a lot, so I guess it's luck of the draw. So to fix it, you just basically gotta tune all the way down until it basically resets, so then it's fine. There's lots of videos online. You can let me know if you want an instructional video on how to set up the Evertune. Overall, the Evertune's pretty good. It's nice staying in tune. It's really helpful, especially when you're recording and you need to just keep doing things over and over again. Okay, in terms of sound, these are the standard Solar Duncan pickups. So they do have the Alnico magnets. They're surprisingly bright. Maybe it's just because the guitar is newer. Fits right into a mix pretty good. It doesn't really step on the bass too much. If you're looking for a thick tone with lots of lower mids and stuff, this might not be the sound for you, but you can also, in this day and age, you can change amp plugins if that's what you're using. Otherwise, you just might have to change your amp settings. I guess also in terms of sound, this does have a 5-way switch. I never really use any of the settings besides the bridge pickup and then sometimes the neck, rarely. But it does do it and it is passable. Overall, is this guitar worth it? I'd say yes if you get like the cheaper ones, like around 12, like if you're looking at the 1 series, like around the $1,200 mark USD. It's pretty useful, pretty worth it for like a kind of workhorse guitar, one you don't mind getting dinged up, you know, taking to shows. It could get beat up a little bit. You're not gonna cry because your like $3,000 guitar got wrecked up. Some of these start to get up there, like $1,500 USD. Then I'd be kind of hesitant because that's starting to be a bit much. Because basically the quality is going to be the same. Like between the 1 and the 2 series, like the body quality is going to be the same. It's all just the features it's put on. So I guess keep that in mind. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. It sounds good, works pretty good, plays good. I was able to set up the action on this. The Evertune doesn't have any issues. Overall, yeah. So hopefully you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions. I'll try to answer them. If you'd like to see anything else, let me know. If you'd like me to review any other guitars, let me know. And thank you very much. Thanks for watching.